Test, test. Testing. Am I on? Okay, great. Thank you.
Is anything different? Same shalom. Hey, Rabbi, is there a need? Yeah, it's a Hasidic one. Yeah, we put it in last week, didn't we? Even faster? Okay, good. Okay, cool. Do I still have it in here? I'm sure I do. Is that it? Oh, I'm better. Okay, you may. Okay, good. I'm good with all of it today.
Shabbat Shalom. Let's try that again. Shabbat Shalom. So much better. Good morning and welcome. We gather this morning to continue our celebration of Shabbat, this day of rest and joy and holiness. And we gather this morning with an added measure of joy as we celebrate with Ian, his family, and his friends as he is called to the Torah as a Bar Mitzvah. Our worship this morning is one of participation. As you came into the sanctuary, you received a copy of our Siddur, our prayer book, Mishkan Tefillah. And if you've had a chance to open it already, you may have noticed a couple of features. The first is that the Siddur opens in the Hebrew direction from right to left. And second, all of the Hebrew that's a part of our worship this morning also appears in English transliteration. So even if you're unfamiliar with the Hebrew alphabet, you will be able to follow along, and we certainly encourage you to do just that. As we're about to begin, I would like to ask if you brought a cell phone into the sanctuary this morning, please make sure now that it is indeed turned off. Even if you're certain that you did not bring a cell phone into the sanctuary, please make sure that it is turned off. We're going to begin our worship with the opening of the Ark doors, and I'd like to invite to the Bima Nicole and David Berger, and invite the congregation to rise as you are able. Seated. Thank you. Thank you. We continue on page 67 with our opening prayer. I'd like to invite Morgan Hare to the Bima.
May the door of the synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship. May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hope to nurture. May the door of the synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness, pride, envy, and enmity. May the threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet. May it be too high to admit complacency, selflessness, and harshness. May this synagogue be, for all who enter, the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life.
Amen. We continue now on page 74 with the singing of Ma Tovu. Ma Tovu Ohalecha Yaakov Mishkenotecha Yisrael. How lovely are your tents, O Jacob, your dwelling places, O Israel. Please join with us. continue our worship on page 175 as we invite Ian to come forward to lead us in Nisim B'Choyom, the blessings for the miracles that we can experience each and every day of our lives.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lasiv vivinai lehahim ben yonu ve'layla.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam pokeach ivrim.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam matir asurim.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam zokef kifufim.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam rakah ha'aretz al hamayim.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamechin mitzadek aver.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam malbish arumim.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hanoten la ya'ef koach.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam have'ir sheinai me'enai utnuma me'afa pai.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asani Yisrael.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Ozer Yisrael begivura.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam oter Yisrael b'tifara.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher keshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu laso b'divrei Torah.
Amen. This last blessing is a blessing for study, and it gives us the opportunity on page 180 to reflect on passages from the Mishnah, the first layer of commentary upon the Torah, the 5 books of Moses, that remind us that there are responsibilities, indeed obligations that we have. The value of accomplishing them is without measure. Page 180.
These are the things that are limitless, of which a person enjoys the fruit of the world, while the principle remains in the world to come. They are honoring one's father and mother, engaging in deeds of compassion, arriving early for study morning and evening, dealing graciously with guests, visiting the sick, providing for the wedding couple, accompanying the dead for the burial, being devoted in prayer, and making peace among people. But the study of Torah encompasses them all.
Amen.
We continue now as we move from these introductory passages of our worship to the next section, the Shema and its blessings. We mark the transition with a prayer called Chatzi Kaddish, which can be found on page 194.
Yitgada v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'yamad divrei chilutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei techol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala v'zeman karif v'imeru.
Amen.
Yehi
Shmei Rabbah Mevorach, Le'olam lo me'omaya, Yitbarach.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitorman v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitdaleh v'yitala shemei lekudisha.
Brichu.
Brichu le'elam min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran b'yalma v'imaru.
Amen.
Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la la Baruch et Adonai HaMivorach
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzer or uvarei hoshe oseh shalom uvarei et hakol ha'meir la'aretz v'ladarim aleha barahamim uvtuvo mehadesh behol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reshit Marabu Mahaseha Aunai Kulam Behotma Asita Mal Haaretz Kinyaneha Titbara Adonai Eloheinu Al Sheva Maaseh Yadeha Ve'al Me'orei Or She'asita Yefarula Sela Or Hadal Altzion Ta'ir Venitke Kulanu Me'ela Re'orot Baruch Atah
We continue responsively in the English on page 199. O God, inspiration and guide for all, you have spoken in 1,000 tongues for us to hear. In every land and every age, your children have heard you and imagined you in separate ways. And yet, O God, you are one, unifier of humanity.
We give thanks for the sages and teachers who bring us understanding of your will. Gratefully, we recall the lawgivers and prophets, the psalmists and sages of Israel, and joyfully we remember from dawn of Israel's life, we return to you and find purpose.
May the teachings of our ancestors live on in our minds, and their passion for righteousness stir our hearts. Help us to live so that our daily conduct reveals the beauty and wisdom of your truth.
Baruch atah Adonai
Baruch Shemo.
Habocher b'amo Yisrael b'ahava.
Amen.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevo Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha B'chol levacha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anohim etzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinatan levanecha v'dibarta bam B'shivteha uteha uvleteha vadere ushotmeha uvkumeha ushartam leot al yadeha vehayu litotafot beineneha uvtavtam al mezuzot beiteha uvishareha Leman tiskeru va'asiten kol mitzvotai v'ten kedoshim le'Eloheichem ani Adonai Eloheichem asher hotzeiti atam me'emet mitzrayim liot lahem Elohim Ani Adonai Elohim.
Continue on page 203 as Ian continues to lead us.
Sing the song of the men and women joined in understanding and respect. The song of God's miracles and earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come. The song of land once ravished by war, now quiet and content. Her soldiers home to leave no more. The song of a world redeemed, the song of peace.
Yisrael, uvdechenu mecha Yehuda v'Yisrael. Go aleinu Adonai tzvaot shemo, Kadosh Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael.
Adonai sifatay taf ufi agita hilateha. Adonai, open up my lips, let my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Velohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Velohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rahel, Velohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor V'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zoher Haste Avot V'Imahot, Umevi Geula, Lifnei V'Nehem, Leman Shemo Ve'ahava, Mele Ozer Umoshia Umageh, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, V'Nezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mehaye HaKol Atzar LaRosia, Morshiv Harua, Umarim Hagashem, Mehakel Hayim Behesed, Mehaye HaKol Berahabim Rabim, Somed Nofim Verofe Holim, Umatir Asurim, Umekaye Emunato, Lishane Afa. mi hamoha bal givurot, umi domela, mal mahimi umakaye, umatmi Yeshua, vene'eman hata lechayotako, baruch hata Adonai, mehaye hakol.
Please be seated. As we've arrived at the middle section of this part of our worship, we have the opportunity again to reflect on the sacred nature of Shabbat, a day of rest and joy, a day of holiness. And we do so with the words of Yismechu, found at the top of page 211. Please join together with us. Particularly now, it is especially important to offer prayers of shalom, prayers of wholeness, of well-being, a prayer for peace, for ourselves, for our families, for our community, and indeed for all the world. Sim Shalom, page 116. 216, sorry.
Sim Shalom, Tova u'bracha, chen b'chesed v'rachamim v'rachamim aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol Yisrael amecha, bareinu yotzreinu kulanu ke'echad, ve'or alecha, ki ve'or panecha natata lanu, Adonai Eloheinu. shalom, sim shalom, tova uvracha, chen v'chesed v'rachamim v'rachamim aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol Yisrael amecha, ki ve'or panecha natata lanu, Adonai Eloheinu. Oh, there it is. Torah Chaim, ve'ahavat chesed, Torah Chaim, ve'ahavat chesed, sim shalom, tova uvracha, chen v'chesed v'rachamim v'rachamim aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol Yisrael amecha, v'tov v'necha levarech et amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני
Baruch Shemo.
המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום.
Amen. We invite you to take these next few moments for the prayers, not necessarily found written in our prayer books, in our Siddur, but the prayers that we can each find written in our hearts in this moment of silent reflection.
We turn now to Seder Kriyat HaTorah, the order for the reading of the Torah, beginning on page 244. And we invite up Barry Morgan and Roz Morgan, Susan Swartz, Alan Morgan, Marla Morgan, and we can't do anything without Ian, for the passing of our Torah, page 244. Please rise as you are able.
Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai v'ein kema'asecha malechutecha malechut kol olamim u'memshaltecha b'chol dor v'ador.
Havu Godel Eloheinu, Uznu Kavod LeTorah. Come, let us declare the greatness of God and give honor to our Torah. This is our Torah, which was handed to Moses on Sinai, and he handed it to the generation of the deserts, and they handed it to all the generations in all the lands, until now it finally reaches Ian. This is our Torah, which centers around the watchword of our faith, the Shema.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo Lecha Adonai Hallelujah Latifet Lehanetzach Lehaod Ki Chol HaShamayim Uvaretz Ki Chol HaShamayim Uvaretz Lecha Adonai Hamamlacha Ve'amid Na'aseh Lecho Lerosh Al Shlosha Devarim Al Shlosha Devarim Al Shlosha Devarim Ha'olam Omed Al Shlosha Devarim Al Shlosha Devarim Al Shlosha Devarim Ha'olam Omed.
Please be seated.
Shabbat Shalom. In a healthy relationship, it is more important to understand each other than just agree. I learned this lesson from my Torah portion. My Torah portion is called Shmini. It is from the book of Leviticus, which is the third book of the Torah. In my Torah portion, Israelites are traveling through the desert, being led by Moses, with Aaron by his side. Moses tells Aaron and his 4 sons to go get animals to cook and to serve to the Israelites. After doing this, 2 of Aaron's sons, Nadav and Avihu, approach God with their fire pans. God kills them for this. Then God tells Aaron and Moses about specific foods that Israelites can and cannot eat. The part of the Torah portion that I am chanting is the part where Aaron's 2 sons, Nadav and Avihu, decide to approach God with their fire pans, which were burning something the Torah called strange fire. When they showed God their fire pans, God got really mad. God was angry because it was not something Nadav and Avihu had been commanded to do. So then God burnt them to death. Then Aaron said to Moses, This is exactly what God meant by saying, I will be holy to those who worship me. To them I will show glory. I think this means that Nadav and Avihu were not worshiping God the way they were supposed to, or that they did something that was not commanded, so God punished them. Moses then tells Aaron and his other 2 sons that they should not mourn by tearing their clothes off or cutting their hair. Moses did this because he was afraid that God would get angry and kill Aaron or his 2 remaining sons. Then finally, God commands Aaron and his 2 living sons about things they have to do now and things that they cannot do in the future. My Torah portion is teaching the lesson that understanding is more important than just agreeing. Nadav and Avihu did not understand what God was telling them to do with their fire pans. God also misunderstood what they were doing. Aaron's sons were not taking the time to ask other people what they should have done. God did not give them enough instructions about what to do. It ended up being a big mess. God ended up killing them. If they had asked God what to do, they would have understood more. They could have done it better and been in a better relationship with God. They also probably would not have died. This seems like a happier ending. If only God, Nadav, and Avihu knew that it was more important to understand each other than just agree, they could have had a healthier relationship and a happier ending. One example from my life when I first disagreed with something instead of understanding it was at overnight camp. For an activity one night, we were doing an egg drop. An egg drop is where you build a structure around an egg to keep it from breaking. The counselors gave us different materials like balloons, tape, plastic cup, straws, and popsicle sticks. Then we were told to drop it and see if it cracks or survives. At first, when we were doing the egg drop, I disagreed with the rest of the people in my cabin about the structure we were building, even though I did not understand the way they were building it. My teammates kept trying to attach a balloon to an egg to act as a parachute. I was trying to help, but I didn't know what we were trying to do or what our plan was. I was just agreeing with the group without really understanding our plan. I wanted to help more, so I asked one of my teammates, and they explained to me what we were doing. Now I understood. We ended up doing really well on the egg drop. I helped build the base, which kept the egg inside a cushion and connected it to the balloon. This was an important part of the structure. When I understood better what we were doing, I could help more by taking the time to understand. Instead of just agreeing, I helped my cabin out instead of just sitting and watching. Besides learning from my Torah portion, one other thing I've done to prepare for becoming a bar mitzvah is doing a tikkun olam. What is tikkun olam? Tikkun olam means repairing the world. A tikkun olam project is something you do to help your community. For example, helping out in animal shelters or in food kitchens. But what I did for my tikkun olam was collect food for the needy. The food I collected was cereal. Cereal is one of the least donated foods to food pantries. This project is important to me because most homeless people go to bed hungry every night. I really wanted to do something about world hunger, and when I learned cereal is one of the least donated foods, I wanted to do something with that. Cereal is one of my favorite breakfast foods. In America, over 34 million people, including 9 million children, live in food insecure homes. A large amount of those people depend on food banks for food. I found this organization called Cereal for All, which is a nonprofit organization that collects cereal boxes to give to food pantries and the less fortunate. It was a great idea. Cereal for All was founded and is run by 2 Jewish boys in Florida. They travel the world just to deliver breakfast food. For example, they flew a plane over the Everglades to deliver oatmeal in the Bahamas. I wish I flew the plane to the Bahamas, but I didn't. I collected cereal in a few different ways. I put a box at Temple. I also set up a fundraising page for people to donate money to buy cereal boxes. I went to grocery stores and asked them if they would donate boxes of cereal. They gave me gift cards to buy cereal. I collected everything and brought it to the Northfield Township Food Pantry. Because of this project, I now understand more about how nonprofit organizations work and how much work it takes to achieve really big goals. Learning that 34 million people are food insecure felt like a really big problem. But knowing that I can do something to help make it feel smaller makes me feel better about solving the problem. I would like to thank you all for coming today. I'd like to thank everyone at Temple Jeremiah for helping me. I would like to thank my sister Dana and my mom and dad for being there by my side. From people like you, I've learned that a healthy relationship is based on understanding, not just agreeing. When we have healthy relationships based on understanding, we get along better and feel closer to one another. Feeling closer to one another is one of the best ways we can make our world better for everyone. Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom.
So I know you all feel like you are Torah experts at this moment because Torah has been so well taught to you. And I think that Ian is also counting on us doing a little bit of fact-checking on him, right? Should we fact-check it in the scroll itself? No? No. Okay, great. If you would like to follow along in our reading, you are more than welcome to do so in the Chumashim, the printed versions of Torah that are either under your chair or one of the chairs nearby you. And we'll begin on page 709 with the book of Leviticus, chapter 10, verse 1, page 709. And for the first Aliyah, we call up Barry and Roz Morgan and Susan Schwartz. Ya'amdu Baruch ben Jerry Umertel Uruchel bat Alex Vafrida Vishoshki bat David Lillian.
Want me to start? Baruch Hu.
So you can be by the microphone.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorah.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch atah Adonai Hamvorach le'olam voed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'hanani latan lanu l'torato. Baruch atah Adonai notein ha'torah.
Amen.
Viku v'nei Aharon, Nadav v'Avihu, Ish matav tov, vayitnu v'ahin Eish, vayashimu aleha katorek, vayakrivu lifnei Adonai Eish zara asher lo tiva otam, vatetze Eish mit lifnei Adonai vatorchal otam, vayamutu lifnei Adonai. Vayomer Moshe el Aharon hu asher diber Adonai lemor bikrova et kadesh v'al pnei kol ha'edah et harved vayidod Aharon.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam asher b'chanu ha'torah dedenes v'ayeh olam notabes bohenu. Baruch atah Adonai notein ha'torah.
For the second Aliyah, we call up Dana Morgan. Ta'amo Davida Freya bat Avraham Miriam.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorah. Baruch Adonai Hamvorah le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai notein ha'torah.
Amen.
Amen. Vikra Moshe El Mishael ve'el Atzafa b'nei Uziel Dod Aharon Vayomer Alehem Kir Hu She'ut Alehem Me'et Pnei HaKodesh El Mihu Tzlamahana Vayikravu Vayisa'u Ohu Totam El Mihu Tzlamahana Ka'asher Diber Moshe Vayomer Moshe El Aharon Ul El Mazar Ul Itamar Bena Rashehem El Tifra Uvgitehem Lo Tifromu Velo Tamutu Ve'al Kol Beit Yiksof Ve'alehem Kol Beit Yisrael Yivhu et Hasrefa Asher Soref Adonai.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'hayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai notein ha'torah.
For the third Aliyah, we call up Marla and Alan. Ya'amdu Miriam bar Reuven v'Shoshki v'Avraham ben Baruch u'Ruchel.
Baruch hu et Adonai Hamvorah. Baruch Adonai Hamvorah le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Umipeta ohel moed lo tetu pentamutu kishemet mishat alnai alehem ve'yasu kidvar Moshe ve'yedaber Adonai el Aharon lemor yain v'shahar el tesh atah uveneha yitar b'makom el ohel bo'ed ve'lo tamutu hukat olam l'dorotehem.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah temet v'chayei olam natan b'tolteinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
For the fourth Aliyah, we call up Ian Seth Morgan to bless his own Torah reading. Ya'amod Yisrael Chaim ben Avraham u'Miriam.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorah.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorah le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Uhadil benyon hakodesh uvnei hakol uvnei hatamei uvnei hatahor uharot et banei Yisrael et kol hahukim asher diber Adonai alehem beyad Moshe veyedaber Moshe el Aharon ve'el Elazar ve'el Itamar benav hanotarim kehu et haminha hanoteret me'ishe Adonai ulchot matzot etzel hamizbeah ki kodesh kochim hi ulhatam otah b'makom kadosh ki hok v'hok b'hanin ha mashe Adonai ki hein tzuveiti. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah temet v'chayei olam natan b'tolteinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
While we are in the presence of our Torah and all the blessing it lends to us, we take a moment to think of those in our community here, in the Jewish community around the world, in and living on the state of Israel and living on the land of Israel, and to share the blessings that we feel this morning with all of those who we feel such close connection to. A prayer for Israel, its security forces, and the hostages. May it be your will that the state of Israel be a home in which all its residents can live with love, solidarity, peace, and friendship. May it be a place of security, serenity, and trust, where the spirit of generosity and loving kindness flourishes. May hate, animosity, fear, terror, and indifference find no place in it. May all its leaders and officials be blessed with wisdom, integrity, and fairness. Guard, protect, and give courage to all who serve and defend the state of Israel. May its soldiers, reservists, police, rescue, and security forces return home in sound body and mind. May we witness the safe return in body and soul of all the captives and the missing, as it is written, "For in joy you will go forth and be guided in peace. The mountains and hills will exult before you in joyous song." Bless all the residents who keep the country functioning through hard work, love, and commitment, so that we may see better days and the prophecies fulfilled. As our tradition teaches, no longer will violence be heard in your land. I will grant peace in your land, and you shall lie down untroubled by anyone. I will give the land respite from vicious beasts, and no sword shall cross your land. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not take up sword against nation. They shall never again know war. And together we say, Amen. We return to our prayer books as we prepare to lift, dress, and return the Torah to the ark. Now at the bottom of page 252, please rise as you are able.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. עץ חיים היא למחזיקים בה ותומכיה מאושר. דרכיה דרכי נועם וכל נתיבותיה שלום. השיבנו אדוני אליך ונשובה. חדש חדש ימינו, חדש ימינו כקדם.
Please be seated. We now have the opportunity to hear a couple words of Haftarah, a part of our Hebrew Bible that connects to our Torah reading of the week. If you would like to follow along with this Haftarah reading, which more directly connects to where we find ourselves in the calendar, getting closer and closer to Passover, you may do that back in the Humashim, the printed versions of Torah. And now we are on page 1457 with the book of Ezekiel, chapter 45, verse 23, page 1457.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar binvim tovim v'ratzah v'divreihem hame'amarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai haboher b'torah uv'Moshe avdo uv'Yisrael amo uv'imviei ha'emet v'tzedek v'shiv'at yamei ha'hag ya'aseh olah LaAdonai. LaAdonai Shivat Parim Veshivat Alim Tamimim Layom Shivat Hayamim Vechatat Seir Izim Layom Uminha Efa Lefar Ve'efa La'ayu Ya'aseh Veshaman Hin La'efa Bashi Bahamisha Asir Yom Lahodesh Beha Ya'aseh Ha'ele Shivat Hayami Kahatat Kolam Vechaminha Vechashaman Baru Ata'onai Eloheinu Mel Ha'olam Sor Kol Ha'amim Sadiq Behol Hadarod Ha'el Ha'ne'emar Ha'omer Ve'oseh Hamdaber Kaye Sham Kol Devara Emet Vatzedek Al HaTorah Al HaAvodah Al HaMvi'im Va'al Yom HaShabbat Hazeh Shenatatat lanu Adonai Eloheinu Likdusha v'linuha Lechavod ultifaretz Al hakol Adonai Eloheinu Anachnu modim la Umharhim ota Yitpara Shimha Befi kol hai Tamid le'olam va'ed Baruch ata Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Sometimes we forget to breathe up here. Ian, we are so proud of you this morning. Proud certainly of the way that you led us in worship, the way that you chanted from Torah and from Haftorah, and the lesson that you are able to derive from your own study of the Torah portion and to share with us so powerfully this morning. These things do indeed make us very proud. However, the things that make us most proud are really all of the things that have brought you to be able to celebrate this moment with all of us. And we at Temple Jeremiah, well, we feel a special sense of pride because we have joined together with your parents to help you to learn and to grow and to understand what it means to be a young Jewish adult. So it's my privilege to invite forward Tanya Silverstein, a member of our board of directors and a dear friend of the family, to make a presentation expressing this pride that we feel in you.
Ian, Mazel Tov, and Mazel Tov to the whole family and everyone here. But really, take a moment. I know Rabbi said breathe, but really take a moment and look at all these people. They're here for you. We're here to celebrate you. Don't get nervous. I promise it's okay. You're done. This is it. But whether you've known these people your whole life, or just a few years, they're all here to really celebrate you. And I am honored to join you and your family in and tell you how proud of you we all are, and here at Temple Jeremiah. You did read so beautifully from the Torah in your Haftorah, and we will take your Devar Torah teachings of understanding and asking questions and healthy relationships with us in this week to come, and hopefully years. I know we all have a lot to learn when it comes to that. But whether you are feeding the world one cereal box at a time, or whether you're building egg parachutes and asking lots of questions, we know that these are only a few of the great things you're going to do as you build in your future in this Jewish community. So on behalf of Temple Jeremiah, the board of directors, and our greater community, we have the certificate for you of your bar mitzvah, framer for later. We have a certificate from both Nifty in Israel and the Jewish United Front for hopefully Israel trips one day. And you will be receiving later this Kiddush cup for lots of simchas in your future, and a book of the amazing adventures of the Jewish people from the clergy and the congregation. So again, Mazel Tov, and we're so excited for you.
Thank you, Tanya. So there are a lot of people very proud of you. Right? Tanya's expressed her pride. Rabbi Heaps is very proud. Cantor Zussman, Paul Dykstra, Isaac, who made it out of his sickbed to be with us. Thank you so much, Isaac, for helping us with the tech this morning. And, and I'm very proud of you, but no one is as proud as your parents. So I'd like to invite your mom and dad, Alan and Marla, to come forward and offer words of blessing in celebration of this moment.
Ian, today you become a bar mitzvah, an adult in the eyes of the Jewish tradition, which when you think about it is a little crazy.
We are, of course, so proud of all the hard work, time, and energy, don't read it, listen to me, that you have put into preparing to lead us all at services this morning. But even more, we are so proud of and really in awe of the incredible person that you are becoming.
You entered this world in a chaotic fashion with your arms and legs on the move, and you haven't stopped since.
You are curious and clever. As you have grown up, you have always asked insightful questions about the world around you and the people in it. You are genuinely interested in and have really good ideas about everything, from the meaning of the Nasim B'chol Yom prayer that you read this morning, to the New Deal, to exactly how the NFL draft should be structured.
You are perceptive and empathetic. You have a good sense about people's thoughts and feelings, and your secondhand embarrassment is a real thing.
You are wickedly funny, sometimes on purpose, sometimes not so much. You have excellent comedic timing. Like your dad, you can break tension and lighten the mood with a well-timed joke.
And you love sports and shorts in equal parts. You never ever tire of talking about sports stats or guessing what the next play in a Bears game will be. And over the years, Mom and I have continued to lower the temperature at which you could wear shorts to school.
You are passionate about the things you love, whether it was Elmo and the Fresh Beat Band when you were young, or Marvel movies and Michigan football as you got older. When you are in, you are all in.
You're blessed with the gift of gab. And for better or worse, you are a master at negotiating. I will admit this could be maddening at times, but these are qualities and skills that will serve you well throughout your life.
In your own way, Judaism is very important to you. You love all things camp-related, and one of your favorite activities when we visited New York last year was searching for the perfect lox and bagel sandwich. You're still figuring out what God means to you, but the important thing is that you're thinking about it at all.
We have so many hopes and wishes for you, but above all, on this special day, our blessing for you is this.
May you always remember your heritage and where you came from, and may you never stop thinking critically about what you want your relationship with Judaism to be throughout your life.
May you let your one-of-a-kind spirit guide you as you face tough questions and make important choices.
May you know that Dad and I will always be here to support you and cheer for you in all that you do.
And may you today and every day, now and always, know that you are a bright light to all who know and love you.
There's so many people proud of you this morning and so many wonderful connections, family and friends. It is our honor to invite Rabbi Aaron Starr to come forward, a dear family friend from way back, to offer words of celebration and blessing in this moment.
Rabbis Cantor, Tanya, thank you for the opportunity to ascend the bema this morning. Marlon, Allen, thank you for this incredible honor. I love you guys. Ian, Yasher Koach, and Mazel Tov. As the rabbi said, we're incredibly proud of you. And it is so special for me to be able to join you on this special day as you become bar mitzvah, because I got to stand under the chuppah as your parents became husband and wife. And as a result, I'm going to take a little bit of credit for you today and for Dana. And as you may know, I've been friends with your mom since before she became bat mitzvah and I became bar mitzvah about 100 years ago. And I can tell you in that time, because of your mom's friendship and because of the friendship of her sisters in spirit, Marlene and Marcy, I became a better person and I became a better leader. And because of your mom's incredible wisdom and editing skills, I'm a better teacher and I'm a better rabbi. We are made better if we surround ourselves with incredible people. In your Torah portion this week, Parashat Shmini, which is perhaps beshert that you should get this Torah portion to bring us all together, I'll note the very beginning of your Torah portion actually gives the opening lyrics to a song that your mom and our friends loved called Strange Fire. And I'll also note that as you talked about beautifully, it gives us the laws of kashrut. And it's interesting if we juxtapose those mitzvot of kashrut with what comes next week, we come to see that what goes into our mouth is supposed to be kosher, and what comes out of our mouth is supposed to be kosher. And as our rabbis begin to unpack that and help us understand it, what they come ultimately to teach us is that if we surround ourselves with godly people, we are made holier. And when we ourselves pursue holiness, we can make the people around us holier. And so I want you to take a moment, as Tanya did too, and look out at all the people who are here because they love you and they're proud of you. These people make you holier, just as your incredible neshama, your deep soul, makes all of the rest of us holier. And indeed, that's what we read about in Leviticus, as it begins with this idea of korban, of drawing near to God, so that we can ultimately do that which God most wants of us, which is really the climax of this book that we're reading. V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. When we pursue godliness, we bring out the godliness in others. When we surround ourselves with holy people, they bring out the holiness in us. Ian, my prayer for you as you go forward is that you should continue to know that you are loved and supported by incredible people who make you better, and you make all of us better. And may the friends you choose and the family you make each and every day going forward, may they be people of good choices who help to make you holier. And may you know that in your heart you're always going to strive to make them holier as well. We are so incredibly proud of you. Thank you for this wonderful honor of being up here. And now I get to offer you this special blessing. May God make you like Ephraim and like Manasseh. May God bless you and keep you always. May God's light shine upon you and be ever gracious unto you. May God bless you and you with the blessings of peace, of wholeness, of shalom. We stay together. Amen. And Mazel Tov.
At moments like these, when we are just filled with blessing and filled with reasons to seek out more blessings in our world and in our lives, we are also reminded that it is both our privilege and our responsibility to praise the creator of all blessings. Aleinu l'shabeach, this is our sacred responsibility. Page 282 at the bottom. Please rise as you are able.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה בארץ בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם וגור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, היום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
Please be seated. At this point in our service, we think of those who are no longer physically present in our everyday lives, but forever remain a part of our hearts, our minds, and our souls. If there is someone whom you are thinking of, whether you're in a period of Shiva or Shloshim, whether you're marking a yahrzeit, or someone just happens to be called to mind at this moment, I invite you to rise and to say their name aloud. Thank you. And it's especially at this moment of celebration that Ian and his family particularly feel the absence of Ronald Schwartz. Our Kadisha Tome, our Mourner's Kaddish, can be found on page 294. Please rise as you are able. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach yirotev yamlich malchute, b'chayachon uvyomechon, u'chayed kol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kari vimru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yithalal shmeid kudsha b'rechu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiram be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru
Zichronam livracha, may their memories forever be a blessing. And together we say, Amen. Please be seated. Now, it wouldn't be Shabbat without a little nosh and a little bit of sweetness. So, Ian, I know you just got comfortable, but I'm going to invite you back to the bima, along with Dana and Jackson and Emily Berger, to help us with our Kiddush and Motzi.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei.
Is it because it's not a bagel you didn't want it? We could put a hole in it, make it a round challah. No, okay, fine. A couple quick announcements before we all go and continue our Shabbat celebrations. I know how much everyone actually wants some challah and wants to be able to partake in all of the joy and all of the nash and all of the sweetness. And I know how much all of you want to be able to share your mazel tovs with Ian as soon as humanly possible. But there's only so much room in our aisles here in the sanctuary. What I kindly ask is that when we finish the service, Ian and his family go to the lobby first so that there is plenty of room in the lobby for all of the mazel tovs. There's more challah. I hear there's also another one of Ian's favorite foods, maybe waiting for someone. Cereal, maybe? Okay, great. So that everyone can enjoy the Shabbos nashes. And when you came into our sanctuary, you all received a prayer book from our wonderful ushers. Thank you very much, ushers. We ask that you kindly return the prayer books to our ushers when our service is concluded. And take a look at how many of you there are and how many ushers there are. There's a few more of you than there are of them. So there's probably going to be a lot of prayer books coming their way. We like to only overwhelm them just the right amount and not too much, so maybe only 5 or 10 prayer books at a time instead of all of them all at once. We want them to usher again soon, too. And we will conclude our service with Adon Olam, page 321, and we invite up Marlene Cohn and Marcy Sukanik to help us with our ark doors. Please rise for our closing song and blessing.
Adon Olam,
Adon Olam,
Asher Malach,
Asher Malach,
B'terem Kol,
B'terem Kol,
Yitzir Nivra,
Yitzir Nivra,
Le'et Nasa,
Le'et Nasa
V'chefzo Kol, Hazai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam, Li'acharei Kichlot Takol, Levado Yimlok Nora Adon Olam, Lehu Haya, Lehu Hoveh, Lehu Yeh B'tifara Adon Olam, Adon Olam,
Adon Olam,
Asher Malach,
Asher Malach,
B'terem Kol,
B'terem Kol,
Yitzir Nivra,
Yitzir Nivra,
Le'et Nasa,
Le'et Nasa,
V'chefzo Kol, Hazai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam.
Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai varech et amo v'shalom. God bless your people with strength. Bless your people with the most precious of all blessings, the blessing of shalom. And Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.